We're Stevie and Tay, and we're Australian Samoan twins born and raised out west. We'll be sharing real and authentic content that encompasses the true essence of who we are and what we stand for, which is self-love, self-care, and self-education. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again. It's been a little while. We've had a little holiday in Bali. Now we're back to episode 9. We're coming to the end of our episodes, so before we wrap everything up, we thought, why not, well, we should probably include the most important people of our lives, and that is our husbands. So we thought, why not dedicate this episode to them and also give you guys some insight into how our relationships work, what we've been through, the ups and downs, how we face challenges, how we've evolved over the years, even our love story. We couldn't do these episodes without their unconditional love and support. Sometimes they've been the cameraman and had to step in and take over for us. Hashtag husbands of Instagram. But these episodes wouldn't have been brought to you without their love, so, and patience and time. So this is a declaration of our gratitude and appreciation. We hope you enjoy. We met through this one adding me on Facebook. It was just like an awesome friendship, and I think like a month later we ended up meeting up for the first time in Tank nightclub. To the club and straight to the dance floor. I realized that he loved R&B music and he could dance, and I was like, yes! And that was it for me. I met him, I was 19. After that we were only dating for about not very long, maybe 6 months. Then you went to England, so we've done the whole long distance relationship. Now look where we are. All because of Facebook.
We met in Port Macquarie like yonks ago. How long ago was it? It's probably...
when I was 15.
Yeah, so nearly 15. How old are you?
I was 15 and Jolie was 18.
Yeah, we kind of hit it off straight away, but you know, as an 18-year-old I kind of lost my way a bit. So we... he just wanted to party and go out clubbing pretty much, and I was underage, so yeah, that didn't last long. MIA for a couple of years. And
broke my heart, dumped me.
Yeah.
I was devastated.
Oh well, then she came crawling back a few years
later. We pretty much broke up, went our own separate ways for 3 years, and then divine intervention brought us back together.
Yeah, we had our
3 years later.
Because I got a contract over in England.
Yeah,
so,
and then he took off for England not long after that.
Yeah, and then the overseas relationship was a bit tough for a while, but...
yeah, so did the long distance thing, came back, moved in together.
Got through it.
We've been madly in love ever since.
Madly in love.
My first and last love.
Alright.
Okay. What are our love languages?
Acts of services.
In how way?
Oh no, I want you to do the acts of services.
Mine is physical touch and positive affirmations.
Probably quality time. Is yeah, it's pretty hard getting quality time
these days.
And
with your career and Ziggy in the mix.
So I'd have to say that.
My love language is definitely the service one.
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Oh,
she can hug me all day, but yeah, mate, acts of service. You know, that's what.
My physical touch love language game is so strong. My acts of service, not so much.
Yeah, that's definitely to work on those ones.
Mine is definitely physical touch, 100%. And I do like words of affirmation, but I also love...
you like anything but service.
All 4 of them but acts of service. Gifts, yeah, no, I'm not about gifts anymore. But definitely quality time for me is something that I crave.
How do I feel our relationship has evolved? When we first started dating, yeah, you pretty much didn't know how to cook boiling water. So we did a long distance relationship over in England, and you were back here working and I was over there playing footy. Following year you moved over and fast tracked our relationship, I guess. The first couple of months, and we had our ups and downs, and I can't remember how many times you packed your bags. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna leave you like so many times.
I was like, man, this is bull.
It was a very passionate, kind of, not crazy, but young love get angry over the little things, and going from a toxic relationship where we got caught up over materialistic things and things that aren't really that important in life, the little dramas, to now being completely calm and understanding and patient with each other, and communication has definitely gone from like down here to when we were first together to up here. And I think that's got to do with our whole lifestyle really, how we eat and how we treat each other, and making sure that every day we know that we feel loved and make time for one another.
Yeah, obviously having the little man Ziggy has changed a lot in our lives. Back when we were just myself and Tay, we took a lot of time for ourselves, and we did whatever we wanted to do basically. And obviously through footy we got to see all parts of the world, but since our little man's been here, he's definitely our centre of attention, and something that definitely inspires me, and definitely I know inspires Tay to be the best parents that we can be. And yeah, he's probably changed our world forever, like for the best thing. He's definitely the best thing in our lives at the moment, and we just want to cherish all those moments that we have with him, and keep building as a family, and obviously as a married couple, and now as parents. Everything that we do, we definitely have him in our hearts as number one, and he's the main reason why we're sort of breathing at the moment. So yeah,
I feel our relationships evolved a lot actually. Like, we were just kids when we first met, so all the drama in our lives just kind of slowly settled out, and you know, we've definitely gone a bit cruisier and let the small things slide.
Definitely. I can admit that I was a very jealous, insecure girlfriend. You know, back in the day when I was young and immature, I did let any little thing get to me. I was paranoid, and yeah, like it definitely came from a place of not loving myself, and so it came across in our relationship. I was very possessive, and I was like all over, like smothered him. I still smother him, but I feel like it's in a good way now, not in a bad way. He probably disagrees with me. Definitely the drama has dissipated, and definitely communication, it has evolved big time. Joel he'd never talk about things, he wouldn't open up, and I just always remember constantly pushing him, because I came from a family who talked about everything, and we were so open and knew everything about each other. I think it finally rubbed off and like broke down all of his walls. And so now he does nothing but talk, and he's probably like, he's the one who sits me down and is like, babe, we need to talk about this. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, what's on your mind today? Or, you know, what do we need to work on for this week?
I think our relationship works because nitty-gritty stuff and all those trials and tribulations that we had when we first started dating, and especially living overseas for the first part, doing the long distance relationship stuff, it was quite tough, and sort of
put us through our paces.
They living over in the UK, just myself and Taylor, and we definitely learned things the hard way, but we just brought us stronger together, and now we're back in Sydney, and I think we've got that good balance between family time and footy time. And Tay obviously knows my career is pretty important to myself, and she's definitely the biggest critic when it comes to performancing, but I know she's my number one fan, and it's important for me just to get that balance right off the field, and she does a great job sort of steadying my head and keeping me humble, and you know, keeping my both feet planted on the ground.
We've been through so many ups and downs. We've been away from our families for so many years. When we first moved to England, then we moved to Japan, and we know what it's like to not have a support system and literally just have to rely on each other. When we have an argument, back then we couldn't run to our families or our friends. We literally ran to the next room, and then we had to sort it out over there. It either makes or breaks you when you're away from everyone that you love in your comfort zones, and you're thrown out there, and you kind of have to just grow up, and it made our relationship mature a lot faster and appreciate each other a lot more, because we knew that no matter what, we're always there for each other, no matter how hard life got, and it really got tough at times. We still were there for one another, and we didn't give up on each other. And I think that's why our relationship works, because we know at the end of the day, life is always going to throw you curveballs, and you're always going to have those crappy times, but then life gives you the best times and the happy times, and we know that no matter what life throws at us, we're unbreakable.
I think our relationship works because we don't have any kids.
Oh my god, you can't say that.
We got a dog. Yeah, you know what stressful times when we got a dog.
Yeah.
Nah, our relationship works because we don't sweat the small stuff anymore. I think we've really learned to let the small things go.
We've matured so much and come to understand how the other one operates and how they receive love and communicate. I understand now that the way that I learn or the way that I communicate or the way that I word things isn't necessarily how you would, and then how you receive them and interpret them, and your perception of things might not necessarily be my perception of things, and I've come to understand that and appreciate that as well about you. And I think that's because we have matured together. And I also think that it works because we back each other and we're each other's best friend. Like, I friggin' love him to death. I'm like crazy obsessed with him. I'm still in that young puppy love phase. Like at 15, I always tell him, I'll always look at you like that 15-year-old girl on the beach when I first saw him. That's how I feel like I'll always look at my husband.
The challenges we face in our relationship for me personally would be going to just us as a married couple to now becoming parents. That's probably the biggest challenge we've ever been put through, because all of our love and tension since Ziggy came into the world went straight to Ziggy. And it's not that we forgot about each other, but when you've got so much passionate, obsessive love for your child, all you want to do is just kiss and love your child. And then because you do the mum and the dad grind every day, he goes to work, I'm up with the baby half the night, it's exhausting. We kind of forgotten to make time for each other a little bit for a little while there. I think now we've learned to make time for each other, make a conscious effort to make time for each other to go on date nights and stuff like that, because quality time, just me and him, is so, so important. And it refreshes our relationship. You become a parent, a lot of mum and dads forget about doing the quality time with just the parents, not always the kids as well. I think that's important because that is a big challenge.
My career, as it sort of hinders our quality time together as a family. I want to hang out with Tay and Ziggy and literally be the father that I want to be, but I just physically cannot get off the chair because it's been training's been that demanding for that day. But I guess, you know, we've got to look at the big picture, as you said, and I know footy doesn't last forever, but through this time now, I know we can experience some great highs. You know, there's nothing better than seeing a little man and seeing Tay in the crowd after a tough game and sort of grabbing him and taking him onto the field, just making those memories. And I know these guys are sacrificing a lot, but the reward at the end is definitely outweighing those challenges at the moment, so yeah.
Big challenge for us is the fact that, you know, Stevie's so career-driven and she doesn't really know where she wants to end up, but she knows it's, you know, which kind of direction. But, you know, obviously she wants to finish doing docos or, you know, something like that, producing something, you know, that's going to make a difference. But to get to that point, it's actually quite challenging.
Yeah.
It's changing, you know, contracts every couple of months. You don't know when, you know, your next paycheck's coming through, so it's quite.
It's a big one.
It's a bit daunting.
It's a big one for you.
Yeah, well,
you know, like, for me, I'm very much like, I'm where I'm meant to be, and I know my, you know, I know my purpose. I'll get there, but I just don't know the way yet. Whereas Joel's like, well, we need to be able to pay our mortgage and blah 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 blah. He's very much like money.
No, I just want a roof over our heads.
Yeah, which is like, obviously I do too, but I'm very much like, I don't know, I have this innate trust in the universe and like, and that I'll, you know.
Yeah, because you trust that I will pay the bills. She's like, yeah, I don't know, get paid.
Yeah, I'm a bit more, just trust, babe, trust the process, where he's like, but I want to know when you're, like, you know, when you're paying this bill and blah, blah, blah. So I guess that's a challenge for us at the moment.
The keys to an everlasting relationship for me, you know, Tay's, she's a very strong lady, strong personality. She's definitely the boss in our relationship, and she puts me in my place when it's time to be put in my place, I'd say. Playing sport professionally, you know, communication is definitely the key on the field and off the field, and I feel like, you know, we've got a special team at home, just myself and Ziggy as a family sort of team, and she definitely she brings out the best of myself, and there's nothing better than being a mum to Ziggy. A relationship built on communication, a relationship built on
trust.
Trust, no secrets, and if there's any issues, just say that aloud and get both opinions across. And obviously there's going to be disagreements and stuff like that, but we're mature enough now to sort of work things out and not let us simmer for too long, because that's where relationships can sort of get left behind. I trust her with all my heart, and I'm just looking forward to the future, and she's our captain in this team, so whatever she says goes.
Keys to a healthy, happy relationship for me is to always be smiling. As long as we're happy, who cares about anything else, We're not going through life unhappy. If we're unhappy about something, we change it to make sure we are happy.
Yeah, and giving each other space to grow as well as our own person is another one.
And having each other's backs, sorry. Yeah,
having each other's backs and honouring each other. I know Joel always he'll try so hard to be on board with whatever I'm bloody banging on about for that week. He just is always on board, and he lets me be who I want to be. Also, we get over things very quickly. We don't hold a grudge. I think that's another key. Life is way too short. It's just so much energy and energy. But it is true. There's so much passion in our relationship that we're constantly.
We say what we think, and we don't really care if it upsets each other, because we know it's from a good place.
Yeah, as long as the way we word it is a respectful way, not just heat of the moment things. Because I'm at fault with that big time. He's the one always pulling me into check when it comes to saying things in the heat of the moment. But I think definitely not holding grudges. I get over things in a flash. He sometimes likes to store it in his memory bank, but in general, we definitely don't hold grudges.
I don't hold a grudge, but I don't forget.
He'll forgive, but he won't forget.
3 life goals we have together would be to have more babies, number 1. 2 would be to build a loving, stable, kind, caring home for our family.
Probably one goal, I'd love just to, when I finish up playing, just to sit back and watch Tay fulfill her dreams. And she sacrificed a lot to support me all over the world, just to see you succeed. And I know you got a lot of plans, a lot of aspirations, but that'd be amazing just to sit back and watch you live your dreams, because you've definitely been sort of warming up over the last couple of years for this, and I'm sure you're going to do us proud, so send you off to work and I'll look after the little ones.
One of my life goals is definitely to keep travelling. We love travelling. We probably have the best times of our lives when we travel.
I've
always loved travelling. I feel like I gave you the travel bug a bit.
Definitely a lot more travelling for sure, and travelling with a purpose, just helping and giving back wherever I can. So I feel like travelling more with a purpose as opposed to just holiday and living it up is definitely one of our goals.
Definitely seen other cultures, and we always try and get to an orphanage or something like that and help out where we can, and try to get it known that there is other people out there that are struggling, and how blessed we are to have what we've got.
Another life goal would be for me is to just always prioritize our relationship, whatever, no matter what comes along the way, whether it is kids, 1 day, 1 year, 1 century, if ever, and just always remember that we were 2 young kids who fell in love. Never lose that passion that we have for each other, and never stop growing together and learning.
The goal for me, to be honest, is I really do want to have a family one day. I've got a dog now. That's enough.
Still a little while off with kitties, but I know he'll be an amazing father, just like he's an amazing husband. And I want to experience raising a family together. He's still not convinced, but that'll be one of our goals in the not too distant future.
Alright, settle down.
As you can see, we are so passionate, hopelessly romantic, and obsessed with our lovers. We freaking love love. Every couple goes through their own unique journey and will face their own obstacles in life. What's important is to always come from a place of understanding, listen without judgment, and communicate from a place of love. Grow, evolve, support, and build together. We hope you've enjoyed this special episode and join us in a couple of weeks' time for our season finale. We've saved the best till last and the most important topic of all, and that is self-love. See you then.
When we first met, crazy.
Messy, doesn't pick up her hair after shampooing it in the shower.
Oh, ever. Passionate.
Lioness.
Most annoying is not letting me sleep, man. She puts her head on my head to go to sleep. It does my head in. It's like a hot water bottle on my head.
I'd probably say similar to that, then just sleeps too much. She doesn't wake up. It's like 10:30 and she's still sleeping. Okay.
Babe, I've been up all night with Ziggy.
I reckon most people think Stevie can sing, but she can't sing. She's actually, I think, tone deaf.
She's a terrible, terrible cook. But yeah, obviously she's top notch and can make anything you want. A healthy version. Gluten-free, paleo, GMO-free, vegan-free. Vegan-free.